like this little shitty amp, and I just remember going like, "Damn, man, I wanna freaking do that shit," you know.
That's great.
And it changed, you know.
We have
It
got a
changed.
great guest with us today. Lukas Rossi joins us here in our broadcast. And so you end up on this reality show, Rockstar Supernova. Uh, Take me through that process. How'd you end up on there, and just kind of give me an overall on that whole thing.
Well, I was actually living. I was living on the street in Montreal, man. Like in a old abandoned bowling alley, and like, dude, it was awful. It was dead of winter too, and I remember getting a call from uh, my publisher at the time, Barb Seaton. She was like, "Hey, there's this audition for this band looking for a singer, and I think it's." She said some other band, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not into that." You know what I mean? Replacing a singer is a tall order, and very. It's either, yeah. I just don't believe you can replace a singer, to be honest. Uh, so then she called back a week later, and she's like, "Okay, hold up, it's Tommy Lee, and Jason," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm in. I'll do that." So they were looking for a singer, and they searched literally the war like 750,000 auditions, dude. And I was
Wow.
like, all right. I mean, I've been doing this for the better part of my life, and I believe in my vigor and in my drive, and I just thought that, no one is going to take that job from me, because like
Yes.
that's the purpose of why we do things. You know what I mean? You as a journalist, me as a musician, you don't strive to be the shittiest journalist, correct?
Well,
You always strive to be
I,
like,
I, I, I don't know. When we were doing Jiggy Jag TV on Community Access TV years ago, that they had told me at the time. I asked them what the highest rated show was, and they told me what it was, and I said, "Well, I want to be the lowest rated show." So, but what happened is that because I tried to make that show as crappy as humanly possible, we had a lot more people paying attention to it than I I had set out for. So yes, you are correct, my friend. You know,
I
and I
appreciate
and I
you
I
having me on, man. It's really cool during these hard times out there. It's it's insanely difficult for musicians.
yes.
I think just people in general to like go about their lives and make sense of it. And I've kind of coined a new way to communicate with fans and to still express myself musically in that, because you literally got to do it from your home. So I've been live streaming, which was pretty scary because, well, at least when you play a live show, you have, people who, your crew, and your sound
Yes.
is configured, and so on and
Yes.
so forth. But
You're
now
doing it
it's just
all.
literally me with a
Yes.
microphone and a guitar. And, just, fingers crossed, you hope it doesn't suck. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
but it's been so amazing, dude. I play stageit.com every second weekend, and it's growing and growing, and all these fans are meeting other fans, and it's so rad, dude, because they don't get that opportunity. Like at those live shows, you don't get to like talk to people because the music's so loud. You
Yes.
don't have that. You don't build that camaraderie. You know what I mean? Just
Yes.
meeting new people. It's a wonderful thing.
Well, you mentioned earlier that you were before you got on Rockstar Supernova, you were in a Canadian bowling alley, and then there's been a few words that you've mentioned that give away the fact that you're Canadian. You remind me, and you probably don't have any clue who this is, but you remind me of Teddy Hart, the former professional. He might still be a pro wrestler, but he's like the nephew of Bret the Hitman Hart. You remind me of Teddy Hart for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if it's your attitude and the way you present yourself. I don't know, but you've got this really confidence, cool factor. So I think that's that's pretty damn cool. So, so doing getting ready to do some of these some of these performances online. Did you do any testing before you did this, or did you just go, I'm just setting up my shit and going?
Yeah, the first show, honestly, dude, was a little, because it's hard to, I want to make sure that people at home are having an enjoyable experience, and not to sound all twangy and phasey and like you can't hear shit. And so there was the first show I played it, I just winged it, man. And I listened to the playback and I was like, oh gosh, damn, like it's so hard to get the separation of the vocal and the guitar, it's just an acoustic and a vocal. But now I have it set so well, and it's enjoyable. At least I know that what's coming out on the other end is decent to the ears.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I know that a lot of these people, regardless of what it is, they make it look easy, and so you go to get on and do some of this stuff, and then it's not. So I completely understand with what you were saying, how it was nerve-wracking to get the whole thing put together.
Absolutely, man. I don't want to let people down. They take time out of their day, not only just to comment on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, which is just mind-blowing enough for me, But then again, and then when they come to the show, they spend their hard-earned money that's so hard to earn right now.
Yes.
And so I'm giving back a lot to everyone involved, I believe that without each other, we're just an island, and that's garbage. Nobody wants to live singularly. Nobody, you know what I mean? Nobody wants to be by themselves.
Yes.
I mean, communion and just being together, whatever way that may be. I mean, that's what I kind of strive for, dude.
That's fantastic. So, after winning this Rockstar Supernova, what was some of the things that you ran into and everything to getting to the point where you are now?
What do you mean? Like,
well, I mean, after you won the, you've done the show. What happened after that, and then kind of has led to you to where you are now?
We basically toured the world and came back, decompressed, and I just wanted to. I had so much more to give musically, and those guys those wonderful gentlemen. I mean, they're record breakers. They've sold 80 million records. Like, it's just, I mean, come on. So I mean, I had to respect that when they were coming up like me, are they as fired up as I am at that moment, And so I just, first thing I did, I was like, I just want to go on an acoustic tour with just my voice and a guitar, and hopefully that floats the boat. I wanted to show people that it's not all glitz and glamour and television. Like, there is art underneath all that pizzazz, and the turnout was just magnificent and humbling, and I'm still trucking to this day, and I love every single fan that's supported and still supports. So the journey is never over, brother. You know that. It's an ongoing ritual, of joy for me,
So tell us about your latest music that you've got out there, and where people can buy it and get a hold of it, and all this.
I just released my record called Summertime, and it's quite a departure from like the heavy rock stuff. I mean, it's still gritty and dirty, but it's fun, and it really challenged me to like spread my wings and try different things, and it's probably one of my greatest accomplishments, at least it's for me, you know. And the single "Summertime," the record's out right now. You can get it at on Apple Music, or go to my website lucasrossi.com. But yeah, dude, it's this video that I'm about to release in a week is crazy. I have 82 cameos of yeah,
Wow.
it's so rad, of all the people in my life, musicians, which everyone is gonna notice these people. You won't have to
Yes.
Google, you'll just be able to see. Um, that have inspired me, shaped me, and really got me to where I am today. So I thought it pertinent to, especially in these times, to like, let's come together and not look at life as such a grim moment, but an opportunity to just connect with each other, man. Like, you know what I mean? Being in this whole situation, being at home, has brought me closer to my son and my wife. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And I'm sure many people can attest to that. That it's almost like God saying, like, let's get back to the basics.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
let's not walk too far away from the farm, if you know what I'm saying. Like, let's keep it real. And I was watching the final edit of the video a couple days ago, and it really brought me to tears, dude. Just seeing all the love, and nobody was like, "Hey, well, I need to see the final cut," or "You got to talk to my manager." Like, these are my friends, and they were like, "Yes, absolutely, dude." So
Yes.
if they're watching or listening to this, I'll do anything for you guys. You're the love of my lives, my heart, and I love you for all of you being in it and just helping make the world a happier place.
That's fantastic. Yes, because I've run into that on several occasions where you have the people who are like, yeah, you got to talk to my manager, you know, all the nonsense. But then you run into the people that, I'm down. Let's go. So yeah, I think that's fantastic, brother. I think that's pretty damn
It's
cool.
so cool, man.
Well, before we let you go, where can we find you online? Get your stuff, buy your music, help support your efforts, everything.
LucasRossi.com is my website. Instagram is Lukas Rossi. Lukas Rossi on Facebook. I'm kind of just like a Lukas Rossi. But make sure they can go to YouTube. It's Lukas Rossi Official, and subscribe, because when the video drops, and hit that bell notification, because then they'll know exactly the moment it drops. And I really want the world to see this, man. Or, you know what I mean? It's just, there's too much craziness going on, bro. Like, I'm just a easy dude. I'm an easy dude, bro.
Yes. And I'll tell you, this has definitely been fun, and I would love to do this again here in about a month or so, my friend. So thanks for coming on, man. This has definitely been fun. I appreciate it.
Jiggy, man, anytime for you, bro. Thanks for having me, bro.
Thank you, Lucas. Have yourself a wonderful day. And also, before we let you go, you now hold the distinction of being the only guest today that we have not had any problems. So be proud of yourself, sir.
I am. The gods are with us, man.
Yes. Thank you, Lucas. I appreciate it, brother. Have yourself a wonderful day. Thank you, man.
All right, brother. You as well. God bless.
Thank you, man. There he goes, Lukas Rossi. And, wow, we made it. We got through it. Holy shit. So, let's do this. Let's take a time out. And, hell of a deal.